Hey guys, it's Sarah from Kansas City, Missouri here. I had to re-record this. Here I am at the Union Station and I am going to go visit the World War I Memorial, but I had just gotten off the Kansas City streetcar to go over to visit this. Now I came with Alec before, but I wanted to do another video just to give a little history about the World War I Memorial since tomorrow is Veterans Day. And I do want to say thank you so much to our veterans, those who are not serving anymore and those that are in active duty. I have had family serve World War I, my grandpa Davis and a few others. I think my uncle Jimmy, Papa served in the Korean War. I think there was a few in World War II, and even Alec had been in the Marines. But thank you guys so much for your patriotism and also for your sacrifices you've made. So, into the history of the World War I Memorial, I am on a website called theworldwar.org/explore/our-history. So I'm just going to go ahead and read this little article here for you guys. Now, if you haven't visited, and here's the stairs that lead up to the memorial, and there is parking up top if you aren't able to get up the stairs. I mean, they're pretty much a doozy. They go way up there, but it's good exercise, so... Okay, our story, built by Kansas Cityans, embraced by the nation. Soon after World War I ended, Kansas City leaders formed the Liberty Memorial Association, LMA, to create a lasting monument to the men and women who had served in the war. In 1919, the LMA and citizens of Kansas City raised more than $2.5 million in just 10 days, and that's amazing. The equivalent of more than $35 million today. This staggering accomplishment reflected the passion of public sentiment for the Great War that had dramatically changed the world. In 1921, more than 100,000 people gathered to see the Supreme Allied commanders and across their Union Station. I'm just taking a little video of that. So back to the article. To dedicate the site of the Liberty Memorial, this was the first time in history these 5 leaders, and I did show that not too long ago in a video here about the leaders being together in one place. And construction on the classical Egyptian revival style monument was completed in 1926, and the Liberty Memorial was dedicated by President Calvin Coolidge in front of more than 150,000 people. So, scroll down. In the years following its unveiling, the Liberty Memorial proved to be a dynamic addition to Kansas City's cultural offerings. Over time, however, the physical structure of the Liberty Memorial deteriorated and it was closed in 1994 due to safety concerns. And now similar was also done to Union Station. I would have to do another video about its history, but it also closed and they also were doing repairs on that. So once again, Kansas Cityans voiced their support for the Liberty Memorial, and in 1998, they passed a limited run sales tax to support the restoration. In addition to revitalizing the memorial, plans took shape to expand the site by building a museum to better showcase the World War I related objects and documents the LMA had been collecting since 1920. Thanks to excuse me guys. Thanks to support of the Kansas City, the state of Missouri, the United... Sorry guys, I had some technical difficulties here with my phone. But back to the article. Thanks to the support of the Kansas City, the state of Missouri, the United States government, and generous individual donors, more than $102 million was raised for the restoration of and expansion. In 2004, the museum and memorial was designated by Congress as the nation's official World War I museum, and construction started on the new 80,000 square foot state-of-the-art museum and the Edward Jones Research Center underneath the Liberty Memorial. And now for that, I've never been under there. I'm not sure if it's open to the public, but if it is, I would check that out. And the Liberty Memorial was designated a National Historic Landmark on September 20th, 2006, recognizing the monument as a nationally significant historic property. It is a distinction given to less than 40 historic properties in Missouri and slightly more than 2,500 in the United States. The National World War I Museum and Memorial opened in 2006 to national acclaim. Since then, more than 2 million people have visited the museum, including former Vice President Dick Cheney, General Colin Powell, former President Barack Obama, Senator John McCain, and actor and singer Kevin Costner. Additionally, Frank Buckles, America's last surviving World War I veteran, visited the museum and memorial over Memorial Day weekend in 2008. That is something right there. In 2014, the museum and memorial received a second designation from Congress, effectively recognizing it as a National World War I museum and memorial. And here are some of those sphinxes. To the left here, I don't know if that's a museum. I've never actually been in there. And there's also one if you walk across the path, that might be one too. I'll have to actually kind of explore and see if I can open the doors next time. And there's also a statement from President Calvin Coolidge from November 11th, 1926. And he says, the Liberty Memorial has not been raised to commemorate war and victory, but rather the results of war and victory which are embodied in peace and liberty. Today, I return in order that I may place the official sanction of the national government upon one of the most elaborate and impressive memorials that adorn our country. The magnitude of this memorial and the broad base of popular support on which it rests can scarcely fail to excite national wonder and admiration. Now here, I'm just going to leave it silent for you guys. I'm walking around here in the video. But here's some more words on the stones. So if you want to read that and just enjoy the architecture and what you see. Hey guys, I'm going to play a little video here real quick, and there's no sound on here, so sorry about that. This is all of them together. Alright, here's another video. This is from 1926, and this does not have any audio either, but I just wanted to show a little bit of this, and I believe this is the celebration they had to honor it, the memorial. So I'm going to show a little bit of this. It's about 5 or 6 minutes long, but if you'd like to go on the website to watch this in full, you can do that. I'm just going to show a little bit here.